Day 2. Deploying for mission. Mission confirmed. Damage opponents with shotguns or sniper rifles. Where shotguns are concerned, this is one of the easiest missions. Where sniper rifles are concerned, however, it's one of the hardest missions. As my predecessor said, heavy sniper rifles are powerful, but can only be loaded with one bullet. If you miss that one crucial shot, it could be over for you. Especially in ranked battle royale, which I'm participating in right now. As such, my top priority will be securing either a maiden auto shotgun or drum shotgun, whichever comes first. But before either of those, I'm picking up this Havoc suppressed assault rifle for basic self-defense. Because, here's the deal, being picky, only picking up certain weapons in ranked battle royale, is a death sentence. As such, I'm picking it up so that I can defend myself should I need to. I know it's only gray, the weakest rarity on the island, but it's better than nothing. If it were a Havoc pump shotgun, it would still be nothing, as the firing rate would ensure my elimination. I'm not joking. The firing rate is a huge hurdle for us. If you can get past this lower firing rate and utilize the higher power, good for you. But, bear in mind, our playstyle may differ from yours. We focus on firing rate and power. If it has a good firing rate, and good damage output to match, then we'll happily pick it up. Like the flapjack rifle one of us examined. We replaced the Havoc suppressed assault rifle because it was weaker than the flapjack rifle. But the biggest focus we have is damage per second, or DPS, for short. That is calculated by multiplying power and firing rate. Some weapons have high DPS, but low firing rates, due to their sheer power alone. Such weapons are typically ignored, except in certain special cases. I just picked up a rare drum shotgun, promptly replacing the uncommon one with it. Anyway, on the other side of the spectrum, there are weapons with blazing fast firing rates, but their low damage output cuts their effectiveness too. As such, they are sometimes ignored too, though not as often as the powerful weapons with low firing rates. The reason why higher firing rates are preferable is because, unless we can overwhelm an enemy with a storm of bullets, we struggle against set opponents. Of course, what counts as a high firing rate differs from weapon to weapon. Assault rifle minimum preferred firing rate is 5 rounds per second. Shotguns are significantly more lenient, with lowest preferred firing rate at 1.3 rounds per second. SMGs, due to low damage output, have the strictest firing rate of 10 rounds per second. And sniper rifles fall into the same leniency as the shotgun due to their high power, again, and even have the honor of most lenient firing rate preference of all, 0.9 rounds per second. Any lower than the aforementioned firing rates for each weapon, and that weapon will be promptly ignored. Pistols usually have a fairly stagnant firing rate, somewhere over 6, usually. However, anything lower than that, and the pistol is promptly ignored. Yes, I'm looking at you, hand cannon. Despite your high power output, you are still the most useless pistol I've ever seen. Another thing that determines whether a weapon is picked up or ignored is magazine size. The larger the magazine size, the more valuable the weapon. The longer you can fire the weapon in one clip, the more likely you are to eliminate the opponent. Most sniper rifles are ignored for this reason. The exceptions are semi-automatic and automatic sniper rifles, such as the Storm Scout, semi-automatic sniper rifle, and automatic sniper rifle. Another exception is the Hunter Bolt sniper rifle. Its magazine size of 3 makes it the third most valuable sniper rifle behind the Storm Scout sniper rifle and semi-automatic sniper rifle, in ascending order. The automatic sniper rifle isn't in the top 3 because of its power output, the lowest of any sniper rifle. However, it's still twice as powerful as most assault rifles, so it's not at the bottom of the list. And before the heavy sniper rifle was weakened against stone and metal, it was pretty high on the list, as well. Now, I can only call it mid-tier anymore. But, easily the worst sniper rifle, due to being a standard single-shot sniper rifle, with no special abilities to set it ahead of any of its competitors, is the original bolt-action sniper rifle. Hear me out. The heavy sniper rifle may have the longest reload time, but it can still one-shot wood. Dragon's Breath sniper rifles can catch wood on fire. Boom sniper rifles may be weak initially, but if enough clingers hit their target, you can eliminate an opponent fairly quickly still. I've already stated my case with semi-automatic and automatic sniper rifles. Railguns can pierce through structures. Suppressed sniper rifles are silent killers should they hit, with a fairly quick reload time. What's so special about the bolt-action sniper rifle? What sets it apart from its peers? Why should I care about it? If you can prove to me that it's worth picking up, then I'll never consider picking it up. It's that simple. Now waiting inside the gas station for my next victim. Ambush strategies are great for any type of battle royale, whether it's ranked, normal, or zero build. And since we're assassin droids, it makes it that much more logical to use ambush strategies. As assassination and murder are crimes where Lord Carnage comes from, such acts are committed in secret, where the perpetrator can be caught in the act. Luring victims into a dark alley, breaking into their houses, or setting up some other ambush rendezvous point is critical for a successful assassination. That's why most assassins are snipers. The long range, incredible firepower, and stealth requirements all make the sniper rifle the perfect assassination weapon, especially a suppressed sniper rifle. Another reason ambush strategies are so effective is because of the element of surprise. If you can pick off a lone opponent, that would be one less threat to deal with. On top of that, if an opponent is unprepared to get a body full of bullets, then, more often than not, you win that round, because you get the opportunity for the first shot. An opportunity that I'd advise you take. If you don't act as soon as you get your first opportunity, you may instead be eliminated because the opponent spotted you and started firing before you could act. So, in an ambush scenario, stay hidden, and as soon as you get a clear shot at your opponent, take it. All the way. Don't stop until they're eliminated. Did my opponent get bored of pursuing me? They were firing at me, even as I was en route to the gas station, but now that I'm hiding, waiting in ambush, they're not even coming to me? I guess they don't see me as a threat anymore, since they have given up this easily. Well, fine. I guess I'll just sit here, outlasting you all, munching on virtual popcorn as I watch the looper's remaining counter drop. Like a rock. It's barely been 7 minutes at this point, and already there are only 28 loopers left, including myself. If I'm really not that important, then I'll just watch as you rip each other apart. Should be fun. I know I'll have to damage opponents with my drum shotgun in the end, but as V17A4 demonstrated, going in with guns blazing is a death sentence. Especially if an opponent is driving straight towards you with a car. In those cases, it would have been better to run. But V17A4 was pressed for time, and got desperate and overconfident, leading to his elimination. The rest of us use his story as a cautionary tale of how overconfidence can end your run. We have to, or else Lord Carnage will rewire us. It's that simple. I just now got the high-stat accelerant shotgun, which combines the greater power of the maiden auto shotgun with the greater firing rate, once it really gets going, of the drum shotgun. I think it even eventually surpasses the drum shotgun in firing rate. The thing about it is, like the sideways minigun, it takes a while to get up to top speed, and by that time, you'd be at least halfway through the magazine at that point. That, and each shot has to hit the opponent in order for it to speed up at all. It's better suited to zero build than regular battle royale. Even though, against opponents like that, who just give the mission's completion to me, it certainly proves just how powerful it really is. So, now that I eliminated the looper that's activated the cache, I will steal the contents for myself. After all, the slurp juice contained within is very useful for survival. In fact, I would even replace useful with crucial. Sure, you'd also need good weapons and battle plans to make the perfect triangle of survival, but having any one of them individually is a grand start. Anyway, at the same time as I'm doing the shotgun mission, I'm also gunning for the mission to land at a ruins location and place top 20. At this point, I should have the mission done by now. I don't know why I don't have it done now. It's just there, mocking me. Anyway, now I'm applying the medkit, which has just put me back to full health. Now moving on with the rest of the ruins top 20 mission. As I said before, I should already have this done, but I guess not. Maybe it will only count upon elimination. That would be about my luck. 16 opponents remain. By the objective of both missions, I'm technically done, so the only reason I'm still playing it cautiously is because you have also ordered us to place as high as possible, my lord. Now heading further inland. More accurately, en route to Shady Stilts. Mostly, I want to investigate the ruins I landed at again, just to make sure my hard drive isn't malfunctioning. But I'm fairly sure that I landed at a ruins location, like the mission said. Unless, did I have to land at Rumble Ruins? Or am I simply needing to be eliminated or victorious to truly complete my mission? So many questions in my hard drive, so few answers ping back in response, and so little time to find them. So I'll resume my path to Shady Stilts to see what's going on at the ruins. Launching explosive flower at the ruins. Flower was ineffective, moving in. I have touched down on the ruins themselves. Investigating the area, picking up medium and light bullets in the process. There doesn't appear to be any indication that I have touched down on a landmark. Maybe I was right the first time. Maybe I did need to land at Rumble Ruins after all. Ugh, great. That means I can only complete one mission, this time. Fantastic. But how does this not count? It has chests in it, and it has one of those strange doors on it. How is this not one of the ruins? And now I'm struggling to even leave the pit. Isn't that fantastic? Now swimming across this river. There is still much left to do where it comes to surviving as long as possible, especially in ranked battle royale. A lot of preparation goes into it, a lot of decisions are made, a lot of ammo is collected, a lot of material is farmed or stolen, and if you're good enough, many lives are taken. It really depends on how good you are with what weapons and strategies. I just took the ascender onto what appears to be another ruins. Within Shady Stilts, just like the last one. And let me guess, it doesn't count as a ruin for the mission? How irritating. Oh well, if worst comes to worst, I've completed the main mission, so whether I complete the Ruins Top 20 mission or not, at least I can say I made some progress. Like I said before, I'll still work on placing as high as possible, but in the very likely event that I don't win, at least I got something done. Right? Would you be satisfied with this? Anyway, I just added another explosive plant into Shady Stilts, this time, in what seems like the residential area. Although, with that being the case, where are the residents? It hardly seems fitting to have communities on this island without residents residing in them. It makes no sense. Aside from the over 90, sometimes exactly 100 loopers, which can be considered invaders, that drop onto the island at any given point, there are very few other people on the island. More specifically, the people that sometimes give you missions, sell you weapons and supplies, and some of which you can challenge to duels, or will aggressively attack you on sight. Other than all of the people I've mentioned, there aren't any other people on the island. And another question is, how on this island, or in any universe, can a tiny little battle bus hold so many people at one time? Buses where Lord Carnage comes from could only hold 48 to 72 passengers. At their largest, a school bus could seat 90 passengers of undefined ages. So, how could you squeeze, under even perfect conditions, 10 additional loopers of all sizes in that cramped little bus?
Disappointing. You didn't last as long as you did the first time. Send the salvage team.
Day 2. Deploying for mission. Mission confirmed. Eliminate an opponent with shotguns or pistols. Like with my predecessor, the choice is easy, shotguns. More specifically, the maiden auto or drum shotguns. Pistols have a great firing rate, but not enough damage output at lower rarities to make them worthwhile to pick up. If I get mythic munition, however, that may make up the difference. Ever since I underestimated my enemy and got eliminated in Mega City, the rest have been using me as an example of how not to complete the mission. That's fair, I guess. I don't think I have to like it though. I'm supposed to be an assassin droid, a model that's supposed to strike fear into the hearts of our enemies. To be known for underestimating an enemy, getting eliminated, and being used to teach the rest what not to do, that's embarrassing. I need to redeem myself in any way I can. Therefore, I will try to be the assassin droid that gets the most done in one match. Now searching the scout tower for supplies. Mostly, besides the subpar red-eye assault rifle, I was only getting ammunition. I feel like this is going to be a fun round. I can't wait to get started. I'll be an even bigger laughingstock than I already am, and I'll be rewired for sure. Ain't that just fantastic? Ugh, I almost want to eliminate myself, but that too will get me rewired. Thankfully, that will be a painless process, as I would have to be shut off before work can begin on my circuits. Mainly all I'm worried about is suffering his wrath before getting rewired. That's the worst part. He is not one bit gentle, especially if he's furious with us. You can say many have explosive tempers, but Lord Carnage's temper is almost nuclear. It's honestly shocking that anyone could be brave enough to fight such a nightmare. How do the SDA and SMC manage to consistently fight him off? So far, in our current war, they have suffered only one defeat, but how? Even when they fought my lord at his strongest, they eventually managed to stave him off. How are they so brave, so persistent, so strong? Well, look at that. Against all the odds, I actually managed to get the mission done. And in record time too. How do you like that, my lord? Was that better enough for you? Because that felt great to me. I think that makes up for my abysmal failure in my first deployment. Now searching another chest, as my job isn't done yet. Like I said before, I won't rest until the very millisecond I've accomplished more than both my predecessors and successors combined. My determination will wear down any obstacle. Just wait and see. I will make up for the farce that started this running gag, and put an end to these instructional videos, once and for all. Now drinking small shield potions. It takes 2 seconds to empty each bottle, and 4 to get up to 50% shield. Regardless, it's done now, and I can move on to the next mission. Whatever that may be. Now searching Breakwater Bay for upgraded weapons, more ammunition, medical supplies, and building materials. Any looper who interferes with this mission will pay the ultimate price. I will do everything in my power to eliminate the looper with extreme prejudice. And you all will watch me outshine you in every way possible. Now grabbing some wood from right here. If I think of it, the more materials to build with, the better. It's not, however, guaranteed that I'll think to build, even if my electronic life is at stake if I don't. Ooh, firefly jars, no.
Can any of you idiotic tin cans do anything right? Very well. We're going out there personally. Send the salvage team for that failure.
We cannot believe you idiotic tin cans are making us come back to the island personally to show you how things are done around the original droid army of the Seven. We are especially disappointed in you, V-17A4. Thanks to your record of 4 minutes, you will be the first one to be rewired. Congratulations. And for forcing our hand in this manner, you will suffer. As for the rest of you, pay attention to the screen. Keep your sensors glued to it. We will be showing you exactly what we expect of you going forward. And hopefully, when we are done, you will become better assassin droids than you have ever been. Let's begin. First off, this chest right here. Let's see what we got it. A key, and that's pretty well all we were interested in. Any hollow chest in the future, we will be able to stick our one key in there and grab whatever comes out. Let's see. Ah, there's some. Let's see what we got, shall we? Alright. Purple flapjack rifle. We'll be taking that. Pay close attention to what we pick up and what we pass over, as this will be important going forward. Cybertron cannon. Pass over. The delay is too great for it to be an effective weapon in our hands. The fact that it takes so long to rev up and fire, the opponent can take advantage of that delay and eliminate you. And on a more personal note, it makes too much sound for us. It is too loud. So, we'll be passing it over for that reason as well. Somebody's business got destroyed during the Syndicate crisis. If we weren't bonded to a serial killer, we would have more sympathy. But as it stands right now, we don't care in the slightest. Now then, let's see what else we can get. There was a sound over here, and the tree disappeared. Some sort of rift event, some people have said. Let's investigate, shall we? Who is this? Oh yes, we remember now. You're one of the leaders of the factions that got bulldozed by the tsunami. How did that feel? True. The leader of Ghost, the one that activated the device in some noble quest to be completely rid of the storm, accidentally bulldozed Ghost as well. However, they still lingered on for one more season before the effects of the device finally dissolved both spy organizations. And now they have been assimilated into that insufferable Zeta Beetle's galaxy core. Of course he would have charity on those losers that lost everything. He has also done this with the war effort, the IO. He's basically that one that basically sees those that are downtrodden and offers them a second chance to be something greater. Pathetic. But that's not why we despise him. The fact is, he has slighted our host, and for that, he will suffer, just as V17A4 will, for having disgraced us so much. Now, let's see what we can do here. Shells. More power for the... more ammunition for the drum shotgun, that is. Right. Where to go next? Grab these light bullets. Going up here. We can't see any opponents yet. However, we're not going to make the same mistake as V17A4 did. If we encounter an opponent, we will fight them with tact. We will eliminate them with smarts, not aggression. And V17A4, if you're paying attention, you would do well to learn from this, and from both of your mistakes. Not that we're giving you a choice. The fact of the matter is, you have no choice. We will be rewiring you soon as we get back to base, as a matter of fact. So, enjoy your current circuits while you have them, because after this round, you will be a changed assassin. That we promise. So take solace in what you know now, for you will be forgetting them soon. Every circuit that has ever made it to where you can justify any mistake that you have, we will be taking those circuits out. Every flaw will be corrected. Ha. See, that's what we are talking about. Did you see the strategy we employed? That is what you should employ as well. Pay attention. Watch and learn. We will not be repeating ourselves, or you will be rewired. End of story. Anyway, let's see what we can do here, shall we? One thing that all of you don't seem to know how to do is judge when to run and when to fight. That is your biggest mistakes, and it has cost every single one of you. Pathetic. We will teach you the importance of retreat, because retreat is just as important a strategy as any other. So if things start looking bleak, run. You have no choice. Do not act like this one. He met his end very swiftly. And even if he did manage to pressure us, we still won in the end. So, bear that in mind. This opponent is not an example for you to repeat. It is an example that you should learn from. We are the example that you should repeat. Focus on us and all of the expert stuff that we do. And learn from the mistakes that our opponents make and those that you have made. Failure to comply. You know what will happen. We don't have to tell you the risks involved. The very reason we are the very reason we have such high pressure and high expectations of you is because of exactly what type of droids you are supposed to be, and exactly what type of role you need to feel as a result. We will not tolerate failure. Not sitting down, standing up, or lying down. You will be the best, or you will be nothing. There is no middle ground. Now then, let's see what we can do. More shells. Alright. This place is practically useless to us now. Let's see what else we can do. Medkit. We have shield potions, so we're not that worried right now. And on top of that, we have Traversal Warrior, which means we can heal up with the grind rails, ascenders, zip lines. All we have to do is stay on the zip line long enough to get to full health. Ooh, somebody's here. Alright. In these closed spaces, you don't stand a chance. Look at this. This is what you need to do. This is what we expect. Closed spaces mean a disadvantage for anyone who is on the receiving end of your drum shotgun. Now then, another thing that we have noticed you doing is eating a thermal fish before your thermal vision went down. that is not how they work. When you get the thermal vision faded out, that is when you eat your next thermal fish, as only then will you be able to heal up again. Like this. Remember well this lesson, or you will be rewired. Alright. Everything is reloaded. That is your next lesson. Remember, all of your weapons are only as useful as how many bullets are left in the clip. If you do not reload regularly, you will be eliminated. And depending on how long you last in the round, potentially rewired as a result. These disgraces are not acceptable, and you will be dealt with harshly if you continue to disappoint us. So bear that in mind. Alright. It seems that a fight is going on in that direction. We need to watch and wait. Somebody's over there. Alright. Keep hidden as well as you can. Okay. Nope, okay. Time for action. Alright. And they're in. Second place, not bad.